Uh, Last class we discussed regarding the different types of fuels, and also we discussed regarding the calorific values and the types of calorific values. In this class, we're going to discuss regarding the solar energy. So, in solar energy, as we all know that the sun is the source of all life on the earth. The sun is the source of all life on the earth. All forms of energy on the earth are derived from the sun. All forms of energy on the earth are derived from the sun. Generally, the solar energy, so we can convert in three forms. The solar energy can be converted into other forms of energy by three possible, three processes which are namely the heliochemical process, helioelectrical process, and heliothermal process. So heliochemical, helioelectrical, and heliothermal process. Helioelectrical, it is nothing but a direct solar energy into electrical energy. So heliothermal process, it is nothing but a flat plate collector and the solar pond. Flat plate collector as well as solar pond. So the photovoltaic cell and the flat plate collector is very important, as well as the solar pond with respect to your examination. So first let us discuss regarding the heliochemical process. The heliochemical process is a photosynthesis process which is a source of all fossil fuels and the food on which are living. Okay, so food on which are living, like with the help of photosynthesis process, we can convert the direct solar energy, uh, and it is stored in the plants. Like photosynthesis is one of the complex biochemical reaction in which the plants are used. Generally, the plants are used solar energy to produce cellulose as well as the oxygen. Okay, so here this is a one of the system, one of the process, appropriate process, which we are used to convert one form of energy into another form of energy. So it is nothing but a, so this is stored in bioenergy, can be converted into useful energy by combustion, or it can be stored as a fuels, or it can be stored as a fuel. Okay, so it is nothing but a, the heliochemical process is nothing but a photosynthesis process, so which is the source of all fossil fuels and the food on which we are living. Okay, so this is about the the photosynthesis method. Like it is also called like organic biomass, like plants, animals, and waste like cow dung, garbage, sewage, etc. So this can be used to produce biofuels like ethanol, biomethanol, biodiesel, and some sort of other biofuels. So this is one of the appropriate process to convert the direct solar energy into other form of energy. So apart from that, we also have one more very important process. We also have one more very important process. So which is helioelectrical energy. So helioelectrical energy, which is works on the photovoltaic effect. The photovoltaic effect, which is works on the principle of, okay, the photovoltaic effect, that is solar energy uh, directly converted into an electrical energy. Solar energy directly converted into an electrical energy. Now you can observe, this is a figure what we, okay, so this is a photovoltaic cell, or this is a, this one called this heliochemical and electrical, helioelectrical process, the photovoltaic cell or the solar cell, we'll also call it as solar cell. So here the solar energy conversion device, which is also called as the solar energy conversion device, which are used to convert the sunlight into an electricity, used to convert the sunlight into an electricity by use of photovoltaic effect, by use of photovoltaic effect, are called as the solar cell or photovoltaic cell. Okay, we will also call it as solar cell or photovoltaic cell. Here a single energy converter is known as, a single energy converter is known as a solar cell or photovoltaic cell, and the combination of them is also called as the solar module or solar array. Okay, the combination of the solar, like combination of solar cell or the photovoltaic cell, the combination of them, both of them. So we will call it as a solar module or solar array. So generally it should be consists of photovoltaic cell which are made up of semiconductors, which are, we have generally, if you observe this figure, we have two types of semiconductors. One is that n type semiconductors and p type semiconductors, and again it consists of load, and there is a insulators, and there is a reflect proof film, and there is an electrode. Okay, there is an electrode. So here, so usually the p type and n type semiconductors that generates the electricity when they absorb the light energy or photons. Here the photons are absorb the electrons at the outer shell. You can observe this animation, the photons, okay, from the direct solar energy. Okay, so the photons are absorb the electrons at the outer shell of the atoms of semiconductors and generate the free electrical charges, and it generates the free electrical charges. Similarly, the working of this okay, the photovoltaic cell or helioelectrical energy process. So here the solar cell is composed at a p-type and n-type semiconductors. When the p-n junction of a semiconductor is exposed, when the combination p-type and n-type, the p-n junction of these, okay, the combination is exposed at a sunlight, it is okay, the p region becomes positively charged. Okay, the p region becomes positively charged and n region becomes negatively charged. Okay, if an external load is applied, this charge difference will be drive a current. Okay, this charge difference will be drive a current. Okay, so this is the principle used to developing the solar cell or photovoltaic cell. Now you can observe this is the direct solar energy. So here the combination of p type and n type, they are positively charged and negatively charged. Okay, this difference will make okay, to drive the current. So this is about the solar photovoltaic cell or helioelectrical energy. So then we have one more very important process with respect to this called heliothermal process. So heliothermal process, the solar thermal harvesting, we'll also call as the solar thermal harvesting. So here generally we will use the solar flat plate collector and the solar point. We are used to convert one form of energy into another form of energy. It means direct solar energy into different forms of energies. So now we will discuss thermal energy. So here the radiant energy falling on the surface, the radiant energy which is falling on the surface, the surface on the earth is directly converted into a thermal energy. Okay, directly converted into a thermal energy. Surfaces on which the sun rays fall are called collectors. Okay, the surfaces on which the sun rays fall are called the collectors, means solar collectors. Okay, so apart from that, here we have two types of collectors. One is concentrating type, okay, and one more is non-concentrating type. Like here the focusing collectors, and we have one more very important type is called as the flat plate collector. So here let us discuss, okay, as per your syllabus point of view, let us discuss regarding that non, okay, concentrating type or the flat plate collector. So if you just observe this, the sketch, this is called the solar flat plate collector. So solar flat plate collector. So here the solar energy can directly convert it into an heat energy by using a flat plate collector. The solar energy can directly convert it into a heat energy by using a flat plate collector. So here the figure shows the systematic representation. It consists of, okay, the transparent cover, heat transfer medium, absorber, housing, as well as insulation. Apart from that, we have that heat transfer medium. Okay, heat transfer medium, or we'll also call it as fluid passage tubes. Okay, the fluid passage tubes. This is what, okay, the some of the important components it should be consist. So here, if we discuss this, so in this, a black plate, okay, the black plate, there is an absorber, okay. The absorber is used to absorb the sunlight, as it can be absorbed the maximum sunlight falling on it after coming through the transparent glass, okay. It means the transparent cover, okay, transparent glass. The heat generated is transported to a liquid flowing through the tubes, the whatever that red color, okay, the dots, so that is the heat transfer medium, okay. So flowing liquid or fluid passes tubes, okay. So here, which are fixed to the absorber plate, the liquid must commonly used as water, okay. The solar water heaters, like it should be used as a water. Here the solar collector usually insulated to avoid the heat loss. There is an insulation provided here to avoid the heat loss, okay. This is also one of the important parameters. So these flat plate collectors are generally, okay, the flat plate collectors are generally used for variety of application in which the temperature ranging from 40 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius are required, okay. The temperatures are in the range of 40 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. So this is about, okay, the solar flat plate collector. It is used in heliothermal process. Apart from that, we have one more very important topic with respect to this solar energy conversion. It is nothing but a solar pond. It is also one of the heliothermal process. Here the direct solar energy is converted into a thermal energy. So a solar pond is a pool of water, okay. Solar pond is a pool of water which acts as a large scale solar thermal energy collector, which acts as a large scale solar thermal energy collector. So apart from that, it collects and stores solar energy and can be used for drying or generating the electricity, can be used for drying or generating the electrical energy, okay. So apart from that, this one, the pond has three main, okay, the main water layers. If you observe here, so this is we have three different layers. One is called the surface zone, surface zone or gradient zone or insulating zone, and the third zone, like bottom zone, is called as the storage zone, okay. Bottom zone is called as the storage zone. So apart from that, here, dissolving, so this pond has three main water layers from top to bottom. These layers are called as surface zone, gradient zone or insulating zone, and the bottom zone is called as gradient zone, storage zone. So dissolving salt in the bottom layer of the pond, making it too heavy to rise, the salt content of the pond increases from top to bottom, here the surface zone has a clear fresh water. Surface zone has a clear fresh water, acts as a solar collector. The storage zone has a highest salt concentration and is the zone that collects and stores. Is the zone that collects and stores. Okay, is the zone that collects and stores the solar energy in the form of heat. Okay, so finally the gradient zone separates the upper and lower zone. Here the salt concentration increases as the depth increases, as the salt concentration increases as the depth increases, okay. So creating a salinity or the density gradient. Due to density gradient, the water of the layer within the zone cannot be rise. The water of within the zone cannot be rise or fall by natural convection, okay. So the gradient zone acts as a transparent insulator between the upper and lower zone. It permits the solar radiations to reach the lower zone and entrapping it, okay. So apart from that, so hot water in the storage zone is piped into the evaporator. The liquid freon in the evaporator is heated and converted into a gas. So the pressure generated by the gas spins in a turbine and electricity is produced by the generator. So freon gas then cooled into the condenser and recycled, okay.